What will happen when Elizabeth and Daniel go on their boldest adventure yet, deep into the wild? They're on a mission to safeguard the animals they cherish. Along the way, they'll face challenges that push their relationship to its limits. Join them on an exciting journey full of suspense, risks, and the unstoppable force of love. The beginning. The story of Elizabeth Alvarez and her husband Daniel is truly remarkable. They didn't just fall in love, they came from different worlds. Their love story changed everything for them, pushing the limits of what seemed possible and leading them on incredible adventures. It all started when Elizabeth, who lived in the city and was really good at chemistry, met Daniel, who worked to protect nature in the wild. It was unexpected for them to meet, but it turned out to be the beginning of an extraordinary love story. Fate brought them together, even though they seemed like they came from different worlds. Guardians of the green frontier. Their courtship was like a whirlwind, moving really fast and full of excitement. They both loved adventure and exploring new things. When they first saw each other, they felt a strong connection. Their love was special because it wasn't like everyone else's. It was extraordinary and went beyond what people usually expect. But it wasn't until Elizabeth entered Daniel's world that she realized how much he cared. Daniel wasn't just a regular guy. He was someone who looked after nature, making sure it stayed safe and beautiful. When Elizabeth married him, she took on the responsibility of keeping that tradition alive, taking care of something important that had been passed down through many years. Hey everyone, welcome to Wild Wonders. Before we start today's video, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We're so close to hitting 1,000 subscribers, so make sure to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. Now, let's continue with the story. Their journey took them to many different places around the world, from lush forests in Gabon to sunny fields in Tuscany. They met all kinds of animals, each one more unusual and fascinating than the next. But it was the gorillas that they loved the most. Gorillas brought them into a special world full of amazing things that most people never get to see. In 1957, Daniel's dad, John Aspinall, started Howlett's Wild Animal Park. It was a safe place for animals that were in danger, and it offered a home for those trying to escape from the growing reach of cities and towns. Daniel grew up here, making strong connections with animals. These friendships would change his life in ways he hadn't thought possible. As a child, Daniel didn't have many friends his age. Instead, he found comfort and friendship with wild animals. It was during this time that he met Digit and Coco, two baby gorillas who had lost their parents. Their lives became connected in a way that would shape Daniel's entire life. From the moment Daniel saw Digit and Coco, he believed they were special. Growing up in the safety of Howlett's Wild Animal Park, they became strong and beautiful. But Daniel knew they belonged in the wild, not in captivity. He believed their true home was out in the untamed wilderness where they came from. And so, Daniel made a tough choice with determination. He decided to let Digit and Coco go back to the wild. This decision changed his life forever. He understood they would face many dangers and might not survive, but he believed it was the right thing to do. He wanted them to live the way they were meant to, without being trapped by people or controlled by humans. It was against this background of not knowing what might happen and facing danger that Elizabeth came into Daniel's life. Her coming marked a new part of their journey together. They were brought closer by a love that was limitless. They set out on a mission to find Digit and Coco, the animals they cared so much about, to bring them back and keep them safe in a world full of risks. The call of the wild. Their journey took them to the middle of Gabon, where thick jungles were full of animals and secrets. Using GPS devices, they went far into the wild, feeling both thrilled and scared. But even in all the confusion and not knowing what might happen, they found a strong connection that didn't need words or explanations. This bond grew from going through experiences together and respecting each other. And then, in the noise of the leaves and the sounds of the jungle, they saw them, Digit and Coco. They looked magnificent, showing how amazing nature could be. Daniel and Elizabeth went closer slowly, feeling hopeful. They understood this was a special moment they'd always remember. It was a moment that would change their lives in ways they hadn't thought possible. As they stood by the river, looking into the eyes of the gorillas they loved, they felt amazed and fascinated. In that quick moment, they realized they were with amazing creatures. These gorillas were so strong and beautiful that it was hard to understand how incredible they were. And so, as they said goodbye to Digit and Coco and headed back to the safety of the city, Daniel and Elizabeth knew their journey wasn't finished. They had seen a part of nature's spirit and found a love that would last forever. This love was so strong it went beyond what people usually feel. In the end, their story was about love and excitement, a story of two people brought together by their love for nature and their wish to keep it safe. As they looked ahead, feeling hopeful and determined, they knew their biggest adventure was still waiting for them. That's all for today. Now, it's your turn to share your thoughts about this story. What's the next story you'd like to know? Let us know in the comment section below, and be sure to subscribe so you won't miss any of these amazing videos on the Wild Wonder.